Flash diffusers. There are so many on the market and they're all so different. Do they all do the same job? Which one's best? Well, I'm going to do a test of them all. I'm going to show you the images and I'm going to tell you which one I think give the best results. As always, if you are new to the channel, take a second to subscribe if you want to focus on the image and become a better photographer. Now, if there's one thing I've learned over the years, it's that there's one piece of kit that strikes fear into the heart of many amateur photographers around the world, and that is the flash gun. It's the one piece of kit that people consistently tell me they struggle to control, but it doesn't need to be like that, because there's a very cheap aftermarket add-on that softens and spreads the light from on-camera speed lights. It makes the light so much better, and that's a flash diffuser. Yep, a little gadget that goes a big way. It takes harsh light and turns it into soft tones, very skin-friendly tones. The only problem is they come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. It's a minefield. It's unbelievable how different they are. Do they all work? Do they all do the same job? Well, let's put that to the test. Let's take the same picture with different flash diffusers, test them side by side against each other and see which one is best and which one offer the best value for money and which ones we should be putting in the kit bag. Now, let's get straight into the test. First up, we have this. It's billed as a flash diffuser softbox. I paid £3.78 of my hard-earned cash for this from an eBay shop. Okay, it's fold up, it's small, it folds to next to nothing, which is great for storing in a kit bag. It's just like a little sock, really. The stitching looks a bit, it doesn't look like it's going to stand up to heavy use. I don't think it's going to be drawing its old age pension. There's a right and a wrong way to use this because they've included a black side, which is helpful. It tells us that that needs to go at the back, because if you look inside, there is actually silver on the back of that black, and that needs to point towards the subject. So you put this sock over the flash gun and point the flash gun up, obviously not at the subject. So, was it any good? Actually, it was surprisingly impressive. It's quite a good light. I'm not sure how long it'll last in the bag. It looks a bit flimsy, but I don't know, who knows? Perhaps it'll outlive me. It does give a lovely even light, and I'm really impressed at this little cheap unit. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Diffuser number 2 is the 20cm mini Octa softbox, and this one, again, from an eBay store, came in at $9.99, a little bit more money. Straight away though, the look of this octagonal softbox makes me think I'm using a quality piece of kit. I mean, softboxes are usually big versions that look like this, aren't they? It's very well manufactured, nice seams, nice material. On the camera, it does feel a little bit head heavy. In fact, I'd go as far as to say clumsy. It's a little bit more difficult to transport because it's a bit bigger, although it does fold flat. The big thing is I'm going to look like a bit of an idiot, aren't I, with this on the camera. I don't think it's a unit I'd put on in the field. It's a little bit too big. I would use this if I was on a one-to-one session inside, and I would use it for maybe some close-in work and skin tones. It doesn't spread light out. It doesn't do anything for the ambient light, for the background, but it's an impressive looking unit. But I think the results are a little bit disappointing compared to some of the others. It's not really diffusing so much, it is a softbox option. So for $9.99, I'm not getting really great extra value. What would I give it? I suppose I'd give this a 4 out of 10. Flash diffuser number 3 in our test is the Photo R Universal Studio, which is this one. Now, it comes in at $3.99, and once you pick it up, you can see why. It's flimsy, it feels quite cheap, it's not made in the same quality of some of the others. You can see the sides don't feel solid. You put it on the camera, does it feel solid? No, it feels actually like it's going to fall off. But all that could amount to nothing if we shoot some pictures, and this is a stonkingly good light. I'm prepared to eat a humble pie if it does, but I'm going to go hungry because it isn't. It's not good light at all, really. I'm disappointed in this. I'm going to give this a 2 out of 10. It won't be in my kit bag. Next up is the Reflector Flash Diffuser in silver and white. It looks like this. White one side, silver the other, costs £4.99. This has to be one of the simplest flash diffusers in the test. It's simple piece of card covered, white one side and silver the other. Elastic bands on the bottom, meaning you can very quickly fit it onto a flash gun. No fiddling about here, 2 seconds and it's on. On the flash has to be pointed up towards the ceiling, of course, to give the reflective surface a chance to work. What I love about this reflector is the simplicity. You put this onto your flash head and it's so light you don't know it's there. It's not some sort of weird contraption that are going to make people look and stare. No, it's not going to make you look daft. It's just efficient. It's dead easy to put in your bag, just slide it down the side. It takes up hardly any room at all. It's well made, it's hard wearing, and it's quick to put on. So what about the results? Well, it's fantastic. It's easily the best we've seen so far. The white side gives a nice soft light, but the silver side, wow, that is so much better. It's kicking a lovely light out, not just to the subject, but the whole room. It's scattering light, which is exactly what you want, lifting the whole picture. I'm finding it difficult to say anything bad about this one. I'm going to give it 10 out of 10, in fact. It's cheap, it's quick to fit, it's easy to store, great light. What's not to like? I'm just going to store this one in the kit bag, if you don't mind, just for now, just for safekeeping. Now the next diffuser looks a bit different. It's this tiny little thing. Oh, ha! Pop out. Took my by surprise, that did. This is the Flash Lens Diffuser Reflector, Flash Diffuser Softbox. What? Photography Flash Lens Diffuser Reflector Flash Diffuser Softbox. What? A ridiculous name. This is a completely different idea to the others. It's a translucent white material that the flash fires through. Instead of mounting it on the flash head, as we do with the others, this has a hole cut into it, which the lens goes through, and yes, it mounts to the lens. So, the good bits are that it's innovative, it's a new idea, it folds down into a super skinny case for transporting, it's super lightweight, the principle behind it is really simple, so it should be really quick to fit on, shouldn't it? I say should be because it has got one design flaw for me which holds it back, and that's the size of this hole. This hole is just not big enough to fit on my 2.8 lens. It was a real struggle to get this on, and it was really tight once I got it on. I thought I was going to have to cut it with scissors at one point, but with a bit of persuasion I did get it on, but there's no chance of me getting it on the 70 to 200 2.8, and no way. It needs a bigger hole and more elastic on here. If it had that, it would fit on any lenses. As long as your lens isn't a 2.8, you're not going to have a problem. If you put it too far back, it does get in the way of the focusing ring and the zoom barrel, but other than that, what are the results? Well, it does actually give a nice soft light. It's easy to transport. The big drawback, of course, is you're going to look like a complete numpty with this on your camera. There's no way you are going to go to a professional job with this on. But the results are good. Nice flat light, kicks out a nice even tone. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Now, we move on to light spheres. These have been around for a while. They give a soft bounce flash when you don't have ceilings or walls to bounce off. I'll start with the market leader, this one. This is the Light Sphere Original, the Gary Fong. This is my Gary Fong. It isn't the newest. This has been my trusty companion in my camera bag for a number of years, and it's helped me out more times than I could tell you when the ambient light has been rubbish. It fits directly onto the flash head. The older model, this one, has got fins inside. The new ones have a secure belt fitting system. It comes with a white dome for $49.99 or with an additional amber and chrome dome for just under £120. Ouch. It's good, it does a great job. The silicone folds flat for storage and it's light and quick. It's a Gary Fong, it's a brand name, it's known to be quality, but it is expensive, especially when you compare it to some of the other diffusers in this test. Now, what are the results like? It's good, it does a great job. When you compare the results with some of the other diffusers we've looked at in the test, it is maybe hard to justify that extra expense. So for that reason, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. So the next dome diffuser is sold online for £7, and it goes by the catchy name of Clear Universal Lambency Flash Diffuser. Lambency? I had to look that one up. Apparently, it's the quality of being bright and sending out rays of light. Who knew? It's similar to the Gary Fong, isn't it? Except it doesn't fold up. It's solid. As far as I can see, you're probably going to need another camera bag to carry it around, because it also comes with this the white one and the silver one. So that's £120 for the Gary Fong and £7 for this. The big question is, what are the pictures like from this? Well, here they are. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I could tell the difference between this and the Gary Fong. They're both excellent. Good soft light from the white. The amber is, well, what the amber is, but the silver is great. This is what you want, the silver one. I really like it. Look, I wouldn't buy this because I simply don't have the space in the bag for anything this bulky. It doesn't flatten down. But if size isn't an issue for you, the results are great. Given the low price and the good results, I'll give this an 8 out of 10. So that's it. Except it isn't, not yet anyway, because as an experienced pro photographer, there's a flash diffuser that I've used time and time again on location, and it never fails. And best of all, it's completely free, and it's this. An A4 piece of paper and an elastic band. When you're out and about and you need to soften the flash, all we need is paper. It's fine, because we just need a big piece of white to reflect the light from the flash gun. And I used a piece of junk mail on the test. It was pushed through the door, free. I didn't even have to fetch it. Put the elastic band onto the flash gun, wrap the paper around in a kind of cone shape, and hey presto. So here are the results. Well, it's as good as the best on test, isn't it? I mean, you don't look so professional with it on your camera, but it does give a really nice light when you're out on location, and it's a hack worth remembering. It really is, and it's completely free. So, what about the best in test? Which one would I put in the bag? It's a no-brainer for me. There's one diffuser heads and shoulders better for me. And at £4.99, it's a bargain. And that's the Reflector diffuser in white and silver. This is going straight into my bag. Dead simple. I love the simplicity. I love how fast it is to use, and I love the light on it. Tell me in the comments section which diffuser you liked best. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Be creative with your camera. Go out there and don't forget, there's no rules. Photography is not a sport.